Hello and welcome everybody, this is TP Gaming coming to you from a very stormy, windy evening in New York. We're here at JFK, it's raining, got a bit of wind here, and we have our schedule been asked by one of the viewers from Hexzed, so shout out to Hexzed who's programmed this schedule. And yeah, so he was asking if I could play the 6 o'clock version, and this is what I'll be doing today. And there has been some people asking on whether it is possible to do a stormy one, so this is what we have. So let's have a look around and see where we are located at. So we are here at JFK, of course. See if we can somehow squeeze this in, because another viewer was saying, please show us more from the aircrafts leaving, but like I said, it's always quite difficult to do that. So maybe we'll just do it this way. So we got our 4 runways. We got 2 to left. We'll be using that for arrivals. 2 to right, I'll be using that for departures. We have 1-3 left for arrivals, 1-3 right for departures. So all the departures are crossing here. I just need to look out for this intersection here for arrival aircrafts. I think it's a 70 movement schedule, so nothing really dramatic and fancy for New York. So there should be plenty of time to breathe and to listen to the pilots, listen to the rain, and I hope you will enjoy. Oh, we got some flashing there as well, so that's no good. So what do we have? We've got a couple of arrivals, as you know already. Green means arriving aircrafts, red departing aircrafts, so it'll make things look a little nicer. Yeah, I hope you will enjoy. I would like to say thank you for 200 plus subs.
Delta 2198 request taxi.
A big thank you to you guys. I really appreciate it. But let's not stop over there. Let's get some more subs in. So please subscribe. Hit that button on the bottom right hand side. Even though you may never watch this again, but I do really appreciate it for you being part of the team.
Tower, Delta 718 with you, runway 13 left.
Delta 2198, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 2198.
Yeah. I think the sound of the pilots is a little low. Unfortunately, I can't change that at the moment anymore. It's too late now for that. But well, if you listen closely and if you have your headphones on, you should all be good. Okay, things are starting very slow here. So I believe Hexzed did that schedule so he can do a bit of talking up front. That's what I've already done. So I may just continue by saying that put a comment down in the comment section to start a conversation. Get rid of questions, get rid of suggestions, and find a lively conversation and or discussion even. Oh well, look, sorry, 6 o'clock, it's dark, it's rainy, and look at nothing, you can't see anything at all here.
Delta 300 heading to runway 13 left.
Wow, the wind is really
Delta
bad.
172 heavy request pushback.
Delta 172, pushback approved. Expect runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Bravo. Delta 172, pushback approved. Expect runway 22 right via Bravo. Okay. Delta 172. Nothing's working at all here now.
Delta 172 heavy.
Delta 2862. Runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 52 at 7 knots.
Runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 52 at 7 knots. Delta 2862.
Delta 172 pushback approved. Okay. Delta 172 heavy pushback approved. Expect runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Bravo.
Ground.
Now we got it.
409 request pushback.
Ground, 22 right at 90 Alpha via Bravo pushback approved. Delta 172 heavy.
Delta 2409er pushback approved. Expect runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Bravo.
Number, American 979 with you runway 13 left.
Ground, 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Bravo pushback approved. Delta 2409er.
Delta 718. Runway 13 left. Clear to land. Wind is 52 at 7 knots.
Ground. KLM 642 heavy request pushback.
KLM 642 heavy pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right via Alpha Quebec.
Runway 13 left clear to land. Wind is 52 at 7 knots. Delta 718.
So I think we're going to slow
13
things
right
down
via
again.
Alpha Quebec pushback approved. KLM 642 heavy.
Delta 172 continue taxi. Delta 172 heavy continue taxi.
Say it again. Delta 172 heavy.
Delta 300 heavy. Runway 13 left. Clear to land. Wind is 51 at 7 knots.
Continue taxi. Delta 172 heavy.
Runway 13 left clear to land. Wind is 51 at 7 knots. Delta 300 heavy.
Ground, American 2652 request pushback.
Delta 172 continue taxi.
Ground, Delta 172 heavy request taxi. Say it again. Delta 172 heavy.
Ground. KLM 642 heavy request taxi.
KLM 642 heavy continue taxi. Delta 2862 taxi to terminal via Hotel Alpha.
Continue taxi. KLM 642 heavy. Taxi to terminal via Hotel Alpha. Delta 2862.
Wow, the wind is bad, everybody. Can you hear it? Delta 21908. Runway 13 right. Line up and wait.
Runway 13 right, line up and wait. Delta 21908.
Delta 718. Taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Delta 718.
American 2652 pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right via Bravo Quebec.
Ground, 13 right via Bravo Quebec pushback approved. American 2652.
Delta 21998. Wind is 51 at 7 knots. Runway 13 right. Clear to take off.
Ground, Delta 2409 request taxi.
Delta 2409 continue taxi.
Wind is 51 at 7 knots, runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff. Delta 21908.
Continue taxi. Delta 2409.
Tower. Delta 2421 with you runway 13 left.
American 979 runway 13 left. Clear to land. Wind is 51 at 7 knots.
Runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 51 at 7 knots. American 979.
Delta 2862. Hold short of taxiway Sierra.
Ground, American 2652 request chassis.
Hold short of taxiway Sierra. Delta 2862.
So please forgive me if you can barely hear me, but the wind and the rain is very bad. Wow. Can't see a thing here. How about you guys? Crap, just to zoom this in a little. Yeah, we can zoom in here.
Lufthansa 411 heavy request pushback.
Lufthansa 411 heavy pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right via Alpha Quebec.
Ground. 13 right via Alpha Quebec pushback approved. Lufthansa 411 heavy.
Delta 300 taxi to terminal via Alpha. Delta 300 heavy taxi to terminal via Alpha. Endeavour 5312 runway 13 left. Clear to land. Wind is 51 at 7 knots.
Unable to comply. Delta 300 heavy.
American 2652 continue taxi.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Delta 300 heavy.
Runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 51 at 7 knots, Endeavour 5312.
Continue taxi, American 2652. Tower, Endeavour 5216 with your runway 22 left.
Let's see where our American is going to turn off. Oh, he's looking good. Delta 172, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Runway 22 right, line up and wait. Delta 172 heavy.
Ground, Lufthansa 411 heavy request taxi.
Lufthansa 411 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Lufthansa 411 heavy.
Delta 21908, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 21908.
American 979, taxi to terminal via Bravo.
Taxi to terminal via Bravo. American 979.
I think if you don't listen to this through your headphones, put on some headphones. This is just amazing. Really, really good with all this heavy weather.
Runway 13 left.
We finally have another arrival on 22 left. Somebody's game. Going with wind around his, coming in with backwinds. So, ooh, not bad. But we're still at 7 knots, so we're still good. Once things will go around about 15 knots or something like that, there won't be any more arrivals coming in on 22 left, and I wouldn't be able to do any departures on 22 right. Delta 2421, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 51 at 7 knots.
Runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 51 at 7 knots. Delta 2421.
We got our wonderful people at Delta. Delta 172, runway. Delta 172, heavy, wind is 51 at 7 knots. Runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff.
Wind is 51 at 7 knots. Runway 22 right, clear to takeoff. Delta 172 heavy.
Delta 2409, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Runway 22 right, line up and wait. Delta 2409.
Endeavour 5312, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Endeavour 5312. Tower. Delta 2057 with me runway 22 left.
KLM 642 heavy, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Runway 13 right, line up and wait. KLM 642 heavy.
Oh, I think the water is standing on the ground there. It's like a river. Wow, look at that. It's pouring. Incredible. Sorry about those views, guys. It's just a horrible weather to have chosen for today. But I guess we can't always choose our weather. It's just how it is. Delta 172 heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 172 heavy.
Come on, Delta 2421. There you go. Delta 2409, wind is 50 at 7 knots, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Wind is 50 at 7 knots, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff. Delta 2409.
Endeavour 5216, runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 50 at 7 knots.
Runway 22 left, cleared to land, wind is 50 at 7 knots. Endeavour 5216.
Delta 2421, Delta 2421, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Unable to comply. Delta 2421.
JetBlue 9058, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 50 at 7 knots.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Delta 2421.
Runway 13 left, cleared to land, wind is 50 at 7 knots. JetBlue 9058.
Tower, Delta 16901 with you, runway 13 left.
So the schedule certainly holds a lot of more departures at the moment. KLM 642, heavy, wind is 50 at 7 knots, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
Wind is 50 at 7 knots, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff. KLM 642 heavy.
Lufthansa 411, runway 13 right, land. Lufthansa 411 heavy, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Unable to take off. Runway is too short. Lufthansa 411 heavy. Unable to comply. Lufthansa 411 heavy.
Ground. Swiss 17 heavy, request pushback.
Lufthansa 411 heavy, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Unable to comply. Lufthansa 411 heavy.
Okay, this is interesting. It's good enough before. Delta 2409, contact departure. Swiss 17 heavy, pushback approved. Expect runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Hotel Bravo.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 2409er.
Lufthansa 411, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Ground.
Lufthansa 411 heavy,
Hotel Bravo
pushback. What am I saying?
17 heavy.
I see I'm getting nervous here now because this is not working with Lufthansa for some reason.
411 heavy.
Lufthansa 411 heavy, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Say again. Lufthansa 411 heavy. Unable to comply. Lufthansa 411 heavy.
Tower, American 21904 heavy with you, runway
What
13
is
left.
going on here? KLM 642 heavy, contact departure. Lufthansa 411 heavy, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Contact departure. Good evening. KLM 642 heavy. Unable to comply. Lufthansa 411 heavy.
Why? Lufthansa 411 heavy, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
Unable to comply. Lufthansa 411 heavy.
Endeavour 5216, taxi to terminal via Hotel Alpha. Delta 205 heavy, runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 50 at 7 knots.
Taxi to terminal via Hotel Alpha. Level 5216.
Lufthansa 411 heavy, runway 13 right,
Runway 22 left, cleared to land, wind is 50 at 7 knots. Delta 2050.
Swiss 17 continue taxi,
Ground.
Swiss 17 heavy,
request taxi.
continue taxi.
Say again. Swiss 17 heavy.
JetBlue 9058, taxi to terminal via Bravo.
Continue taxi. Swiss 17 heavy.
JetBlue 9058, taxi to terminal via Yankee Alpha Bravo.
Taxi to terminal via Bravo. JetBlue 9058. Taxi to terminal via Yankee Alpha Bravo. JetBlue 9058.
Delta 16901, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 50 at 7 knots.
Ground. Virgin 4 heavy, request pushback.
Runway 13 left, cleared to land, wind is 50 at 7 knots. Delta 16901.
Lufthansa 411 heavy, continue taxi.
JetBlue 852 heavy, runway 13 left.
Continue taxi. Lufthansa 411 heavy.
Ground. Alitalia 603 heavy, request pushback.
Let's see if Lufthansa is going to move. Virgin 4 heavy, pushback approved. Expect runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Hotel Bravo.
Ground. 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Hotel Bravo, pushback approved. Virgin 4 heavy.
Lufthansa's not moving. What is going on? Okay, let's pause this for a second and have a look. Let's get organized. Where are we here? This is where we are. So we need to go all the way down there. Let's check it out. What is going on, Lufthansa? What is your problem? Everything seems okay. There's nothing wrong. Unless the wind. Could it be the wind? 7 knots? Okay. Let's see if we can find another idea. Lufthansa 411. Runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Papa Bravo.
Unable to take off. Runway is too short. Lufthansa 411 heavy.
I don't know what's going on really. Lufthansa 411, heavy, runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff.
Unable to comply. Lufthansa 411 heavy.
No idea.
Urgent for heavy request taxi.
Okay, I think there is a mechanical failure, so we will have to, I don't know. Endeavour 5216, continue taxi. Virgin 4 heavy, continue taxi. American 2652, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Continue taxi. Endeavour 5216.
American 219 4 heavy, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 49 at 7 knots.
Continue taxi. Virgin 4 heavy.
Delta 205, taxi to terminal via Zulu Juliet.
Runway 13 right line up and wait. American 2652.
Runway 13 left clear to land, wind is 49 at 7 knots. American 2194 heavy.
Alitalia 603, pushback approved.
Taxi to terminal via Zulu Juliet. Delta 205 heavy.
Alitalia 603, heavy, pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right via Mike Charlie Quebec.
Say again. Alitalia 603 heavy. Ground. 13 right via Mike Charlie Quebec, pushback approved. Alitalia 603 heavy.
Delta 205, hold short of taxiway Charlie.
Hold short of taxiway Charlie. Delta 205 heavy.
Very strange here. Lufthansa breaking down just before departure. That's going to be some wonderful problems for some Germans who wanted to go home. Wow. Delta 16901, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Taxi to terminal by Alpha. Delta 16901.
Tower. Shamrock 109er heavy with the runway 13 left.
American 2652. Runway American 2652, wind is 49 at 7 knots, runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff.
Unable to comply. American 2652. Wind is 49er at 7 knots. Runway 13 right cleared for takeoff. American 2652.
Delta 2209er. Pushback approved. Expect runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Hotel Bravo.
Ground. Delta 2209er request pushback. Ground. 22 right at 90 Alpha via Hotel Bravo, pushback approved. Delta 2209er.
Swiss 17 heavy, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Ground. Alitalia 603 heavy, request taxi.
JetBlue 852, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 49 at 7 knots.
Runway 22 right line up and wait. Swiss 17 heavy.
Runway 13 left clear to land, wind is 49 at 7 knots. JetBlue 852.
Ground. Delta 2209er request taxi.
Delta 2209er, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Delta 2209er.
Alitalia 603 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Alitalia 603 heavy.
Tower. Endeavour 5032 heavy, runway 13 left.
American 219er for heavy, taxi to terminal via Bravo.
Taxi to terminal via Bravo. American 2194 heavy.
Okay, well the wind is slowing down a little bit, so that's not too bad. American 2652, contact departure.
Contact departure. Goodbye. American 2652.
Delta 2209, hold short of taxiway Alpha.
Hold short of taxiway Alpha, Delta 2209er.
JetBlue 10904, runway, JetBlue 10904, runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 49 at 6 knots.
Unable to contact JetBlue 1094. Runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 49 at 6 knots. JetBlue 1094.
Swiss 17 heavy, runway 2, Swiss 17 heavy, wind is 49 at 6 knots, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff.
Unable to comply. Swiss 17 heavy. Wind is 49er at 6 knots, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff. Swiss 17 heavy.
Virgin 4 heavy, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Tower, Endeavour 5344 with you runway 13 left.
JetBlue 852, taxi to terminal via Bravo.
Runway 22 right, line up and wait. Virgin 4 heavy.
Delta 2209, continue taxi.
Taxi to terminal via Bravo, JetBlue 852.
Continue taxi, Delta 2209er.
Shamrock 109 heavy, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 49 at 6 knots.
Ground, Delta 262 heavy, request pushback.
Runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 49er at 6 knots. Shamrock 109er heavy.
Delta 169 Okay. Delta 262, we need to have company pass behind you before we push you back, so give us a couple of minutes, please. So the wind from the back is getting less, so that's good. So we should be all good here. Oh, Swiss is needing all of the runway here. Whew. Wow. That was the limit.
Ground, SkyWest 3788 request pushback.
Swiss 17 heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Swiss 17 heavy.
Tower, American 238 with you runway 22 left.
SkyWest 3788, pushback approved, expect runway 13 right via Alpha Quebec.
Ground, 13 right by Alpha Quebec pushback approved. SkyWest 3788.
Delta 262. Delta 262 heavy pushback approved, expect runway 13 right via Alpha Quebec.
Ground, 13 right by Alpha Quebec pushback approved. Delta 262 heavy.
Shamrock 110 pushback approved, expect runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Foxtrot Bravo.
Ground, Shamrock 110 heavy request pushback.
Shamrock 110 heavy pushback approved, expect runway Shamrock 110 heavy pushback approved, expect runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Foxtrot Bravo. Wow.
Ground, 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Foxtrot Bravo pushback approved. Shamrock 110 heavy.
Okay, we'll worry that in a second.
JetBlue 662 with you runway 13 left.
Endeavour 5032, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 48 at 6 knots. JetBlue 10904, taxi to terminal via Hotel Bravo.
Runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 48 at 6 knots. Endeavour 5032.
Alitalia 603 heavy, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Taxi to terminal by Hotel Bravo, JetBlue 1094.
SkyWest 3788, continue taxi.
Runway 13 right, line up and wait. Alitalia 603 heavy.
Delta 262 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, SkyWest 3788.
Continue taxi, Delta 262 heavy.
Endeavour 5344, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 48 at 6 knots.
Ground, SkyWest 3788 request taxi.
Shamrock 109er, taxi to terminal via Yankee Foxtrot.
Runway 13
Shamrock
left clear to
109
landing
Heavy,
with
taxi
4
to
knots,
terminal via
Endeavour
Yankee
5344.
Foxtrot.
Say again, Shamrock 109er Heavy. Taxi to terminal via Yankee Foxtrot. Shamrock 109er Heavy.
Shamrock 109 Heavy, taxi to terminal via Yankee Golf.
Taxi to terminal via Yankee Golf. Shamrock 109er Heavy.
Alitalia 603 Heavy, runway... What am I doing? Do I get Virgin up in the air?
Unable to comply.
No, we won't.
Alitalia 603 Heavy.
Alitalia 603 Heavy, wind is 48 at 6 knots, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
Ground, Shamrock 110 Heavy request taxi.
Shamrock 110 Heavy, runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha.
Wind is 48 at 6 knots, runway 13 right clear for takeoff. Alitalia 603 Heavy. Runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha, Shamrock 110 Heavy.
Tower, JetBlue 6990 will be runway 22 left. Ground, Delta 2670 heavy request pushback.
JetBlue 10904, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, JetBlue 1094.
Endeavour 5032, taxi to terminal via Yankee Alpha, Echo Alpha. Endeavour 5032, taxi to terminal via Yankee Alpha, Bravo.
Taxi to terminal via Yankee Alpha Bravo, Endeavour 5032.
Ground, American 837 request pushback.
Delta 2670 Heavy, pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right via Alpha, Quebec.
Ground, 13 right via Alpha Quebec pushback approved. Delta 2670 heavy.
American 238, runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 48 at 6 knots.
Runway 22 left clear to land, wind is 48 at 6 knots. American 238.
American 837 pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right via Bravo, Quebec.
Ground, 13 right via Bravo Quebec pushback approved. American 837.
JetBlue 662, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 48 at 6 knots.
Tower, JetBlue 685 with you, runway 22 left. Runway 13 left clear to land, wind is 48 at 6 knots. JetBlue 662.
Ground, Delta 2670 heavy request taxi.
Virgin 4, wind is 48 at 6 knots, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff. Endeavour 5344, taxi to terminal via Yankee Alpha, Bravo.
Wind is 48 at 6 knots, runway 22 right cleared for takeoff. Virgin 4 Heavy. Taxi to terminal by Yankee Alpha Bravo, Endeavour 5344. Ground, American 837 request taxi.
Alitalia 603 Heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Alitalia 603 Heavy.
Delta 2209, runway 22 right, line up and wait. Shamrock 109 Heavy, continue taxi.
Runway 22 right line up and wait. Delta 2209er.
Continue taxi, Shamrock 109er Heavy.
American 837, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, American 837.
Delta 2670, continue taxi. Delta 2670 Heavy, continue taxi.
Say again, Delta 2670 heavy. Continue taxi, Delta 2670 heavy.
Skywest 3788, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Runway 13 right line up and wait. SkyWest 3788.
American 238, taxi to terminal via Yankee Alpha. American 238, taxi to terminal via Juliet Alpha. American 238, taxi to terminal via Juliet Alpha. Wow. American 238, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. American 238.
JetBlue 690, runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 48 at 6 knots.
Tower, Endeavour 5518 with you, runway 22 left.
Virgin 4 Heavy, contact departure.
Runway 22 left, cleared to land, wind is 48 at 6 knots, JetBlue 690.
Delta 2209, wind is 47 at 6 knots, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff.
Contact departure. Goodbye. Virgin 4 Heavy.
JetBlue 662, taxi to terminal via Yankee Alpha, Bravo.
Wind is 47 at 6 knots, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff. Delta 2209.
Shamrock 110 Heavy, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Taxi to terminal via Yankee Alpha Bravo, JetBlue 662.
Skywest 3788, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Runway 22 right, line up and wait. Shamrock 110 heavy.
Runway 13 right, line up and wait. Skywest 3788.
JetBlue 662,
Ground, JetBlue 135, request pushback.
JetBlue 135, pushback approved, expect runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha.
Ground, 22 right at Yankee Alpha, pushback, approved. JetBlue 135.
Virgin 9 runway 13 left. Ground, V-Line 502 heavy, request pushback.
Skywest 3788, wind is 47 at 6 knots, runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff.
Wind is 47 at 6 knots, runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff. Skywest 3788.
Delta 262, runway 13 right, line up and wait. Delta 262 Heavy, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Unable to comply, Delta 262 Heavy. Runway 13 right, line up and wait, Delta 262 Heavy.
Beeline 502, pushback approved. No. Beeline Heavy, pushback. Beeline 502 Heavy, pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right via Mike Charlie, Quebec.
V-Line 502 heavy. Ground, 13 right via Mike Charlie, Quebec, pushback, approved. V-Line 502 heavy. Ground, JetBlue 135, request taxi.
JetBlue 685, runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 47 at 6 knots.
Runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 47 at 6 knots, JetBlue 685.
JetBlue 690, taxi to terminal via Hotel Bravo.
Taxi to terminal by Hotel Bravo, JetBlue 690.
Delta 2209, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening, Delta 2209er.
Shamrock 110 Heavy, wind is 47 at 6 knots, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff. JetBlue 135, continue taxi.
Wind is 47 at 6 knots, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff. Shamrock 110 heavy.
Continue taxi, JetBlue 135.
Skywest 3788, contact departure.
Tower, American 119er heavy with you, runway 22 left.
Contact departure. Good evening. Skywest 3788.
V-Line 502 heavy, request taxi. Tower, Delta 706, request pushback.
Delta 706, pushback approved, expect runway 13 right via Alpha, Quebec.
Tower, 13 right via Alpha, Quebec, pushback, approved. Delta 706.
American 238, continue taxi. JetBlue 690, hold short of taxiway Charlie. Delta 262, heavy, wind is 47 at 6 knots, runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff.
Continue taxi, American 238.
Endeavour 5518, runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 47 at 6 knots.
Hold short of taxiway Charlie, JetBlue 690.
Wind is 47 at 6 knots, runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff, Delta 262 Heavy.
Beeline 502 Heavy, continue taxi. JetBlue 135, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Continue taxi, V-Line 502 heavy. Runway 22 right, line up and wait. JetBlue 135.
Shamrock 110 Heavy, contact departure.
Tower, Endeavour 5320 with you, runway 13 left. Contact departure. Good evening, Shamrock 110 heavy.
Delta, Delta 2337, request pushback.
JetBlue 685, taxi to terminal via Hotel Bravo.
Taxi to terminal via Hotel Bravo, JetBlue 685.
Virgin 9 Heavy, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 47 at 6 knots.
Runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 47 at 6 knots, Virgin 9 heavy.
Delta 706 heavy. Delta 706, continue taxi.
Say again. Delta 706.
American 837, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Continue taxi. Delta 706.
Runway 13 right, line up and wait. American 837.
Delta 262, contact departure. Delta 262 heavy, contact departure.
Say again. Delta 262 heavy. Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 262 heavy.
Delta 2237, pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right via Alpha Quebec.
Delta 13 right via Alpha Quebec, pushback approved. Delta 2227.
Tower, Endeavour 5003 with you runway 22 left.
Delta 5344. Endeavour 5344. Should be good. The Virgin, good American coming in. None of those two. Yes, Delta 706 is finally pushing back. About time. Virgin coming in. We've got to wait for him for a little while. American 837, wind is 47 at 6 knots. Runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff.
Wind is 47 at 6 knots. Runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff. American 837.
Delta 706 heavy, continue taxi.
Tower. Delta 706 request taxi. Continue taxi. Delta 706.
American 11999 heavy, runway 22 left, clear to land. Wind is 47 at 6 knots. Endeavour 5518, taxi to terminal via Hotel Alpha.
Runway 22 left, clear to land. Wind is 47 at 6 knots. American 119er heavy.
Taxi to Terminal 5 Hotel Alpha. Endeavour 5518.
Delta 2670 heavy, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Tower, JetBlue 324, view runway 13 left.
JetBlue 6990, hold position.
Runway 13 right, line up and wait. Delta 2670 heavy. Hold position. JetBlue 6980.
Ground, Speedbird 2 request pushback.
Virgin 9er, taxi to terminal via Alpha. Virgin 9er heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha. JetBlue 135, wind is 46 at 6 knots, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Taxi to Terminal 5.
Endeavour 5320, runway 13 left, wind is 46 at 6 knots.
Wind is 46 at 6 knots. Runway 2.
Endeavour 5320, runway 13 left, clear to land. Wind is 46 at 6 knots. Not even the voice recognition can hear me.
Endeavour 5320. Runway 13 left, clear to land. Wind is 46 at 6 knots. Endeavour 5320.
JetBlue 690, continue taxi. JetBlue 685, continue taxi. Endeavour 5518, hold short of taxiway Charlie.
Continue taxi. JetBlue 6980.
Continue taxi. JetBlue 685.
American 837, contact departure.
Hold short of taxiway Charlie. Endeavour 5518.
Delta 2670 heavy. Wind is 46 at 6 knots, runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff.
Contact departure. Good evening. American 837.
Wind is 46 at 6 knots. Runway 13 right, clear for takeoff. Delta 2670 heavy.
Speedbird 2, pushback approved. Expect runway 13 left via uniform.
Ground, 13 left via uniform pushback approved. Speedbird 2.
JetBlue 135, contact departure.
Delta, Delta 2237, request taxi.
Delta 2237, continue taxi.
Contact departure. Good evening. JetBlue 135.
Beeline 502 heavy, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Continue taxi. Delta 2237.
American 11999, taxi to terminal via Alpha. American 11999 heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Say it again. American 119er.
Endeavour 5003, runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 46 at 6 knots.
Taxi Taxi to terminal via Alpha, American 119er heavy.
Speedbird 2, continue taxi.
Runway 22 left clear to land, wind is 46 at 6 knots. Endeavour 5003.
Endeavour 5518.
Continue taxi. Speedbird 2.
Delta 447, pushback approved. Expect runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Bravo. Delta 447, heavy pushback approved. Expect runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha via Bravo.
Unable to comply. Delta 447 heavy.
Beeline 502 heavy, wind is 46 at 6 knots, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
Ground. 22 right via Bravo pushback approved. Delta 447 heavy.
JetBlue 34,
Wind 46 at 6 knots. Runway 13 right clear for takeoff. Beeline 502 heavy.
JetBlue 324, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 46 at 6 knots.
Runway 13 left clear to land, wind is 46 at 6 knots. JetBlue 324.
Endeavour 5320, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Ground. Speedbird 2 request taxi.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha, Endeavour 5320.
Delta 2670, heavy, contact departure.
Ground. 6513 request pushback.
American 119er, hold American 119er heavy, hold short of taxiway Charlie.
Hold short of taxiway Charlie, American 119er heavy.
Ground. American 44 heavy, request pushback.
American 44 heavy pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right via Bravo, Quebec.
American 374 with runway 22 left.
Delta 447 heavy, continue taxi.
Ground. 13 right via Bravo, Quebec, pushback approved. American 44 heavy.
Continue taxi. Delta 447 heavy. Ground. Delta 447 heavy request taxi.
I can barely hear anything myself, that's how loud it is. I know that you guys won't be able to hear anything. I'm very sorry about that.
107 with you, runway 13 left.
6513 Zulu, pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right.
Ground. 13 right pushback approved. 6513 Zulu.
Beeline 502 heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure. Looking. Beeline 502 heavy.
United 205 heavy, runway 13 left. United 205 heavy, runway 13 left. Emirates 205 heavy, runway 13 left. Clear to land, wind is 46 at 6 knots.
Ground. American 44 heavy, request taxi.
Tongue twister there.
Left clear to land, wind is 46 at 6 knots.
American 44 heavy, continue taxi.
Ground. 6513 Zulu request taxi.
Endeavour 5003, taxi to terminal via Hotel Alpha.
Continue taxi. American 44 heavy.
Taxi to terminal via Hotel Alpha, Endeavour 5003.
Tower. Endeavour 5067, request pushback.
Speedbird 2, runway 13 left, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 13 left, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft. Speedbird 2.
Delta 706, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Runway 13 right, line up and wait. Delta 706.
Endeavour 5067, pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right via Alpha, Quebec.
Tower. 13 right via Alpha, Quebec, pushback approved. Endeavour 5067.
JetBlue 324, taxi to terminal via Yankee Alpha, Bravo.
Taxi to terminal via Yankee Alpha Bravo, JetBlue 324.
Tower, American 1416 request pushback.
6513 Zulu, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. 6513 Zulu.
American 1416, pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right via Bravo, Quebec.
Tower, 13 right via Bravo, Quebec, pushback approved. American 1416.
Endeavour 5003, hold short of taxiway Charlie.
Hold short of taxiway Charlie, Endeavour 5003.
Speedbird 2, wind is 45 at 5 knots. Runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
Wind is 45 at 5 knots, runway 13 left, cleared for takeoff. Speedbird 2.
Emirates 205 Heavy, taxi to terminal via Yankee Alpha, Echo Alpha. Emirates 205, okay, we'll do it differently. Delta 447, hold position. Delta 447 Heavy, hold position. Emirates 205 Heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Hold position. Delta 447 heavy. Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Emirates 205 heavy.
Endeavour 5003.
Tower, American 1416, request taxi.
Delta 2906. Pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right via Alpha Quebec. American 3742. Runway 22 left, clear to land. Wind is 45 at 5 knots.
13 right via Alpha Quebec. Pushback approved. Delta 2906.
American 1416. Continue taxi.
Runway 22 left, clear to land. Wind is 45 at 5 knots.
Delta 706. Runway. Delta 706. Wind is 45 at 5 knots. Runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
Continue taxi, American 1416.
6513 Zulu. Runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Delta 706.
Delta 107, runway 13 left. Clear to land, wind is 45 at 5 knots. Delta 447 Heavy, continue taxi.
Wind is 45 at 5 knots. Runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff.
Delta 2906. Continue taxi.
Runway 13 right, line up and wait. 6513 Zulu.
Runway 13 left clear to land, wind is 45 at 5 knots. Delta 107.
Speedbird 2, contact departure.
Continue taxi. Delta 447 heavy. Continue taxi. Delta 2906.
Delta 447 runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Contact
Delta
departure.
447 Heavy,
Speedbird
runway
2.
22 right, line up and wait.
Unable to comply. Delta 447 heavy.
Endeavour 5067, continue taxi.
Runway 22 right, line up and wait. Delta 447 heavy.
6513 Zulu. Wind is 45 at 5 knots, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
Continue taxi, Endeavour 5067.
Delta 2237. Runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Wind is 45 at 5 knots, runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff. 6513 Zulu.
JetBlue 1201, pushback approved. Expect runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha.
Runway 13 right, line up and wait. Delta 2237.
Tower, 22 right at Yankee Alpha, pushback approved. JetBlue 1201.
Delta 706 Heavy, contact departure.
Delta 2906 request pushback.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 706.
6513 Zulu, contact departure.
Delta 2906 request taxi.
Contact departure. Good evening. 6513 Zulu.
Tower, Skywest 3934 with you, runway 13 left.
American 3742. Taxi to terminal via Hotel Alpha.
Tower, JetBlue 1201, request pushback.
Taxi to terminal via Hotel Alpha. American 3742.
Ground, Speedbird 112 heavy, request pushback.
Delta 2237, wind is 45 at 5 knots, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
Tower, JetBlue 1201, request taxi.
American 44 Heavy, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Wind is 45 at 5 knots, runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff. Delta 2237.
American 1416, hold position.
Runway 13 right, line up and wait. American 44 heavy.
Hold position, American 1416.
JetBlue 882, runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 45 at 5 knots.
Tower, JetBlue 1056 with you, runway 22 left.
American 1416, continue taxi.
Runway 22 left, clear to land. Wind is 45 at 5
Delta
knots.
107.
Jet 882.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Continue taxi, American 1416.
JetBlue 1201, continue taxi.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Delta
Speedbird 112,
107.
heavy pushback approved. Expect runway 13 left via Alpha uniform.
Continue taxi, JetBlue 1201. Ground,
Delta
13 left,
447,
uniform, pushback approved.
wind is
Speedbird
45 at 5
112
knots. Delta 447 Heavy, wind is 45 at 5 knots, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Unable to comply.
heavy. Wind is 45 at 5 knots, runway 22 right clear for takeoff. Delta 447 heavy.
Tower, JetBlue 2076 with you runway 22 left.
Delta 2237, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 2237.
American 3742, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. American 3742.
Ground. Speedbird 112 heavy request taxi.
Speedbird 112 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Speedbird 112 heavy.
SkyWest 3934, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 45 at 5 knots.
Runway 13 left clear to land, wind is 45 at 5 knots. Skywest 3934.
American 44 heavy, wind is 45 at 5 knots. Runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff.
Wind is 45 at 5 knots. Runway 13 right cleared for takeoff. American 44 heavy.
Endeavour 5067, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Runway 13 right, line up and wait. Endeavour 5067.
JetBlue 1201, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Runway 22 right, line up and wait. JetBlue 1201.
Delta 447, heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 447 heavy.
JetBlue 882, taxi to terminal via Hotel Bravo.
Taxi to terminal via Hotel Bravo. JetBlue 882.
What a weather, guys. It's just incredible. I can barely hear myself talk. I know you guys have issues, but, well, at least I hope you can still see everything on the screens.
1468 with you runway 22 left.
Endeavour 5067, wind is 44 at 5 knots, runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff.
Wind is 44 at 5 knots. Runway 13 right cleared for takeoff. Endeavour 5067.
Tower, JetBlue 355 request pushback.
JetBlue 355, pushback approved, expect runway 22 right at Yankee Alpha.
Tower, 22 right at Yankee Alpha pushback approved. JetBlue 355.
JetBlue 1056, runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 44 at 5 knots.
Runway 22 left cleared, land wind is 44 at 5 knots. JetBlue 1056.
American 1416, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Runway 13 right, line up and wait. American 1416.
American 44, heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. American 44 heavy.
JetBlue 882, hold short of taxiway Charlie.
Hold short of taxiway Charlie. JetBlue 882.
Tower, Japan Air 400 with you runway 13 left.
Tower, JetBlue 355 request taxi.
So we can finally get JetBlue up in the air. JetBlue 1201, it's been 1849. 6 minutes. Good. JetBlue 1201, wind is 44 at 5 knots. Runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Wind is 44 at 5 knots. Runway 22 right cleared for takeoff. JetBlue 1201.
Endeavour 5067, contact departure. SkyWest 3934, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Contact departure. Good evening. Endeavour 5067.
JetBlue 355, continue taxi.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Skywest 3934.
JetBlue 2076, runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 44 at 5 knots.
Continue taxi, JetBlue 355.
Runway 22 left clear to land, wind is 44 at 5 knots. JetBlue 207.
Speedbird 112 heavy, wind Speedbird 112 Heavy, runway 13 left, line up and wait.
Say again, Speedbird 112 Heavy. Runway 13 left, line up and wait. Speedbird 112 Heavy.
American 1416 Heavy, no it's not. American 1416, wind is 44 at 5 knots, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff. Delta 2906, runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Say again, American 1416. Wind is 44 at 5 knots, runway 13 right cleared for takeoff. American 1416.
JetBlue 1056, taxi to terminal via Hotel Bravo.
Runway 13 right, line up and wait. Delta 2906.
Taxi to terminal via Hotel Bravo, JetBlue 1056.
Tower, Delta 722 Heavy with you, runway 13 left.
JetBlue 1201, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening, JetBlue 1201.
Gonna wait for JetBlue 2076 to get past down the bottom right, so Speedbird can finally take off. Here he is. Speedbird 112 Heavy, wind is 44 at 5 knots, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
Wind is 44 at 5 knots, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff. Speedbird 112 Heavy.
JetBlue 355, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Runway 22 right, line up and wait. JetBlue 355.
JetBlue 1056, hold short of taxiway Charlie.
Hold short of taxiway Charlie, JetBlue 1056.
JetBlue 1468, runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 44 at 5 knots.
Runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 44 at 5 knots. JetBlue 1468.
American 1416, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening, American 1416.
Delta 2906, runway Delta 2906, wind is 44 at 5 knots, runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff.
Unable to keep up. Delta 2906. Clear to takeoff 5 knots, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff. Delta 2906.
Tower, Royal Air Maroc 200 Heavy with you, runway 22 left.
Japan Air 4 Heavy, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 44 at 5 knots.
Runway 13 left, cleared to land, wind is 44 at 5 knots. Japan Air 4 Heavy.
JetBlue 2076, taxi to terminal via Hotel Bravo.
Taxi to terminal via Hotel Bravo, JetBlue 2076.
Speedbird 112 Heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening, Speedbird 1123.
Delta 2906, contact departure.
Contact departure. Delta 2906.
Let's look at all these red spots down the bottom. There's 6 departures within a few minutes. So we should so it looks like that this will be our last departure, and then we should only have a couple more arrivals. There's one more behind Royal Air Maroc coming in, so we still have 3 or 4 more arrivals. Just have JetBlue wait there for Japan Air to touch down and give the command. JetBlue 1468, taxi to terminal via Juliet Bravo. JetBlue 1468, taxi to terminal via Bravo.
Taxi to terminal via Juliet Bravo, JetBlue 1468. Taxi to terminal via Bravo, JetBlue 1468.
Tower, JetBlue 1298 with you, runway 13 left.
Delta 722 Heavy, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 43 at 5 knots.
Runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 43 at 5 knots. Delta 722 Heavy.
We may have to hold JetBlue short 1056, depending on where Japan Air is turning off. Let's see if he's turning off at Zulu Alpha or Yankee even. Okay, we're looking good. He's going to go past even. So he's going to go all the way down the bottom, so that's good. That's fine for us. JetBlue 355, wind is 43 at 5 knots, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff.
Wind is 43 at 5 knots, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff. JetBlue 355.
And then we can start speeding things up once the departure is gone. Japan Air 4 Heavy, taxi to terminal via Yankee Juliet Alpha. Not Juliet Alpha. Doesn't do that. Japan Air 4 Heavy, taxi to terminal via Yankee Juliet. We'll just do it that way.
Terminal via Yankee Juliet, Japan Air 4 Heavy.
JetBlue 2076, continue taxi. JetBlue 1468, hold short of taxiway Charlie. Japan Air 4 Heavy, hold short of taxiway Charlie.
Continue taxi, JetBlue 20.
So we're going to start speeding things up here.
Taxiway Charlie, JetBlue 1468.
Royal Air Maroc 200 Heavy, runway 22 left, clear to land, wind is 43 at 5 knots.
Hold short of taxiway Charlie, Japan Air 4 Heavy.
JetBlue 355, contact departure.
Runway 22 left clear to land, wind is 43 at 5 knots. Royal Air Maroc 200 Heavy.
So the JetBlue 1298 should be the last one.
JetBlue 355.
And then this very, very windy evening in New York has come to an end. Delta 722 Heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha, Delta 722 Heavy.
JetBlue 1298, runway 13 left, clear to land, wind is 43 at 5 knots.
Runway 13 left clear to land, wind is 43 at 5 knots. JetBlue 1298.
So, we want to get out of this weather here, guys. Whew. He's going to go all the way to the back? Of course he is. Amazing. Royal Air Maroc 200 Heavy, taxi to terminal via Juliet.
Taxi to terminal via Juliet. Royal Air Maroc 200 Heavy.
Royal Air Maroc 200, hold short of taxiway Charlie. Royal Air Maroc Heavy. Royal Air Maroc 200 Heavy, hold short of taxiway Charlie.
Say again.
Royal Air Maroc 200 Heavy, continue taxi. It's too late now. JetBlue 1298, taxi to terminal. Royal Air Maroc 200 Heavy, hold short of taxiway Charlie. Okay, that's it.
Unable to comply. Royal Air Maroc 200
Yeah.
Continue taxi. Royal Air Maroc 200 Heavy.
Okay, let's move everybody into their position quickly.
Hold short of taxiway Charlie. Royal Air Maroc 200 Heavy.
And then we finally have it. That's JetBlue in there. Royal Air Maroc. And then we're able to turn this crazy weather off. Come on, hurry up. You are heavy, but not that heavy. And what have we got, an hour 8? We're good. Good race. Okay, turned itself off. Thank you very much. Let's pause the whole situation. Turn everything off. But the rain is still here. So we're just going to stop this here. So finally you'll be able to hear me. So you're going to turn me down now, most probably. Okay, everybody. So this was hexzed's schedule for 6 p.m. in New York, and under heavy winds and rain and storm and flash. So I'm very sorry that you probably didn't hear that much. I hope you heard enough. But if you enjoyed, then please press that subscribe button on the bottom right. Put a comment down below. Well, I did hope that you enjoyed this. So thank you very much for tuning in. There'll be new videos coming up very soon. So until the next time, this has been another presentation of TP Gaming. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful, great day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.